Alright guys, welcome back. We got War number 3 in Season 44. I was not able to record War number 2, but we did get the win. So we were 2-0 going into this one. And started off okay, but then I believe we did not finish off with the win. But that's okay, 2-1 is a great start to any War season. We're starting off on Path 1, Node 1. We got Viv against Blade here. Not a global defender, so pretty straightforward. Just have to manage, if you've got heal blocks, then the node is not too bad because you're putting on those regens, but we're going to have the passive heal blocks with Viv, so we're going to go for the special 2, follow it up with a couple special 1s, and that should be all for Blade here, so not too bad. Good start. And it is a little more interesting this season where I'm not guaranteed the same minis each one, so we'll have different mini bosses hopefully each war, so that should be interesting. Next up is Node 10. This Man-Thing is extremely annoying. I did Ma here with Cassie in the first war, but here I did not have room for Cassie. I only have Cassie on one account and decided that Cassie was better suited on Path 3. So this Path 1, I ended up going with Sandman. The problem is that because I'm putting, because of masochism, he's going to keep getting regens, and he gets regens, he is going to be unblockable. Plus, the global node, just separately from anything else with the global, is that any buff that expires on you or is nullified, they have a chance to go unstoppable. So every time he puts those, even though I'm immune to poison, anytime he puts those buffs that can be converted into a poison, anytime those expire on me or my dex expires on me, then I am going to he has a chance to go unstoppable. The only way to prevent that as a global attacker is to knock them down. If you knock them down with a heavy or a special, then you're going to put a slow on. And you can see I was trying to, but he kept getting the unstoppable during it. I think the best method here, if I were going to redo this particular fight with this exact interaction, is that if I did a power start 1, immediately knock him down with a special 1 before I could really get anything going. And you can see here, again, he gets the unstoppable mid my special, and I'm not able to actually knock him down there. And again, I keep trying, and he keeps getting the unstoppable. So the RNG was not in my favor, and I finally was able to get him knocked down a couple times. And right at the end, there were a couple times in this fight where I evaded the special 1 and countered, even just evaded his special 1. And right near the end here, where I finally, I get the striker in there. There I evaded the special 1, no problem, and then all I'm going to have to do is do it a couple more times, and this fight is going to be over. But instead, right here, get clapped. Just a bad, just a mistime the evade there, and that's a death on me. So that wasn't the make it or break it. We were actually in the lead for most of the war, and then we blew it at the end. Our battle group did pretty well, but you win it as an alliance of 30, you lose it as an alliance of 30. So it's not the end of the world. And again, last year we did finish Masters with our alliance. I know there was, if you're unaware, our battle group ended up parting ways with our previous alliance, not necessarily our choice, but it didn't work out, and now we're working with another group that was in Platinum 2, and we're going to help and do our best to push for Platinum 1 and higher. We'll see what we can do. But so far, so good. Again, 2-1 is a great start. Next up, we're just going to continue all the main account fights here in a row. We've got this Never Back Down, Reinvigorated, Unblockable, Dormammu. Again, I don't have Cassie, so I don't have buff immune. So what I did was I removed Dex from my masteries. I think it's been like probably a year or two since I've ever touched my masteries. I haven't done anything with them on either account. And so here I did remove the 1 point I had in Dex, and the main thing is, so you can Dex Dorm special 1 without dexterity. You can see right there, I can move out of the way of it. It's not a projectile, so you're fine to do that. I whiffed I whiffed an attack there. I think I went for like a dash in medium and just tapped a light by mistake, and then it got hit. I did have an invul boost on just in case, and that covered me there. I was worried just on the off chance that I dexted like his special 2 by mistake. I do push him to a special 2, and I do remember to hold block. But for the most part on this one, it's fine. I'm able to knock him down, keep the slow on, so I have nothing to worry about. I don't get any buffs naturally. He doesn't put any buffs on me like Man-Thing. So there's very few there are pretty much no chances for him to get that unstoppable in this particular fight. So that's fine. We're just going to keep spamming these specials. The Man-Thing and the Dormammu fight were both a little slow, so I did speed those ones up. So apologize to anyone who doesn't like the sped up fights, but that's what we got, and then we'll go back to normal speed for the rest of them. We got Viv taking on Spot on node 28. This is Buffet and Reinvigorated Unblockable and Arc Overload. Again, Viv has very, very easy access to passive heal blocks, plus he was running the Damaging Masteries. I did do a couple practice fights against Spot just to make sure, again, it's always good to do a practice fight against someone if you don't fight them very often and you want to make sure. Here, I don't want to let him get spots, so one of the ways to prevent him from getting his spots is make sure you counter his specials. So we go ahead there, go from the special 2, then into a nice unblockable special 1. We're going to go one more phase into a second special 1, and goodbye Spot. So that was a really nice clean fight with Viv. The Viv fights were very, very smooth. Next we went up to Zemo on node 43, and this is the Hazard Shift Incinerate Shock with the Aggression Prowess. I went in with Absorbing Man in the Magma phase, and so even though we're taking those incinerates and shocks on us, we're still we have high energy resistance, and it's gonna help pause our form there. I just need him to throw the special 1 and get into a decent rhythm of pushing special 1s and countering them. So there he goes. He's nice enough to throw it. I can go ahead and drop my special 2, a bunch of passive incinerate damage on him. That's always nice. And then there's really nothing that I have to worry about here. It's just going ahead and playing around his special 1s. That's my plan here. There, bait some heavy attacks. I don't want to parry because I don't want to waste his cleanse charges and accidentally get rooted at any point in this fight. I just want to bait those special 1s. That's fine. And then he throws bait the heavies. Then when he throws a special 1, we counter with our special 2. And that's it. So Absorbing Man does a great, great job. Next, we're going to go back to Section 1, Path 3, Node 3. We got Mojo. Here's where we brought in Cassie. Cassie has no buffs. The Spaced Armor node is really not going to do anything. There's no armor ups on Mojo, so I'm not going to... don't think there's any risk of taking any power burn damage here. So it's just going in with Cassie, who again is going to be able to put slows on the heavies, but we don't really need to worry about that. There, I've been practicing against Mojo in the side quest. I've probably done like 30 runs where I used Cassie, so I was getting really good at when to shrink down against Mojo's special 1 to try and put as many power stings on. I missed an opportunity there, but that's also because in the side quest you could only heavy once every so often. Here I could do it unlimited, but you also want to make sure that you're building your like Pim particle charges or whatever. You're like on the left hand side, you can only shrink down so much before you get stunned. So I was kind of waiting in between, make sure it fills back up, and then go ahead and do it again. Here we're going to go special 1. We've got like 28 power stings on. I think one more special and Mojo will go down. There you go. So Cassie is great for Mojo. Next is Nick Fury here, and we went with Hulkling with the electric defense here, so we're immune to any power burn here on this node. So very easy with Hulkling. I've done Hulkling against Nick Fury a whole bunch. A lot of times in Battlegrounds I end up using Hulkling for Nick Fury here. So build up to a special 2, really big special 2 into the block. Just have to keep track of his tactical charges, that he doesn't go unblockable on me. And here again, we can go for a second special 2 into the block. Some nice damage. He throws that special 1, but he's still below 15 tactical charges, so he's not unblockable just yet. And he's right here at the end, so that special was going to go ahead and just push him into his second phase. And now here, I just want to push him over to special 2 again if we can. He's unblockable. Nice little intercept there. Push him to a special 2. Now I'm just going to wait, see if he'll turtle up nicely for me. I don't think I ended up waiting. I just went I just went for it, and we're just going to throw another special 1 there. There we go. Caught him with a nice little intercept, special intercept on the special 1 to finish it off. So very nice there. Next, interesting fight here. Red Skull on sloped armor and thorns. So you need a bleed immune champion that can I can't hit into his block because of the power burn. So Terrax here. This was my best option here. Global attacker. So and Red Skull I think is a global defender. So I didn't want to, if any buffs come off me, I need to be able to parry heavy this guy or like keep knocking him down in order to apply the slow. And I need a which of course, and plus he's getting glancing from all of his armor ups. So very interesting fight here. Once I realized a good rotation on this one, which was push to between 2 and 3 bars of power, wait till he throws a special 1, and then I would parry heavy after. Here I'm going to go ahead, throw the special 2. Then I'm going to go ahead and parry heavy quickly, get a massive crit on that heavy attack, and then build right back up to between 2 and 3 bars of power. And that was kind of like my rotation I was going for. There, unfortunately, I pushed to, I think I got to 3 bars of power there, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead, again, heavy attack, build back up our power between 2 and 3 bars, drop the special 2 on him, follow that up with a big parry heavy, and that was what my cycle here that was getting me the most damage in. There again, 17k, big heavy attack there, and that's what we're gonna do the entire time. And it ended up being a very safe fight. I don't want to hit into his block at all, and then yeah, that was the rest of this one. So maybe we'll speed up the rest of this fight because it is a little slow. So there, we're just going to speed up the rest of this one, but the same strategy was working the entire time, and yeah, I was very happy to have. I know as long as I had I think this was a rank 3 Terrax, and cool always to bring in, find the right counter in. You need to find a bleed immune tactic champion that can take this node here. There, unfortunately, I hadn't knocked him down, and there was a chance he did get the unstoppable, so I just went ahead and dropped the special 3. Now I can just wait out that unstoppable. Well, I don't have to wait out the unstoppable. Knocking him down with the special 3 put on the slow. So yeah, just went ahead, keep knocking him down. Again, go for the same idea that we've been doing. Bait out the special 1, drop our special 2, big heavies. So, same stuff every time, worked really well. I also ended up doing one extra fight late, which I do have to show you this time. We'll throw it in the video. I was able to record it in time. And it is a very annoying Kindred, and I really thought I had a chance at it, and then we'll see what happened. So, fun fight there. Next up, we got the static defense, so long shot on node 30. So really, there's nothing other than there's nothing to worry about. This is just a regular long shot. He has no armor ups, so there's nothing really to mess around on this particular node, other than the fact that you're fighting long shot. And Cassie is just a great counter here. No buffs, so you don't have to worry about Mystic Dispersion. I'm going to go ahead, bait a whole bunch of special 1s. I do not want to push to a special 2. There, unfortunately, I get clipped there. I think I was trying to shrink down and it wasn't working the way I wanted, but that's okay. we recover. We don't let him go to 2 bars of power, so we're fine. Here I'm going to go ahead and just drop the poison on him, go with the taunt on the special 1, and just keep him throwing specials the entire time. That is what we want to see. There, we get the shrink down there nicely, put like 7 power stings on him. There, he's nice enough to throw it. Cassie is also shock immune, so it's great. Everything is working out phenomenal for this fight here. Great counter. And we'll just continue. Again, we've got a couple power stings on. And again, it's just playing it slow and safe. Slow and safe. That's what we want to do here. Let him throw one more special, and he kills himself. So that was great. Next up, we had a mini. We had Wiccan on node 42. Again, nothing too crazy other than it's got one eye open. So Cassie's great for one eye open because I can just shrink down and get some easy openings. Or in this case, I also just bait a heavy. I'm going to try and... I think I was going to try and shrink down as he comes in. There we go. Get the heavy attack on, and I have no buffs. So all I really want to do against Wiccan here is keep pushing him to special 1, keep evading that special 1, keep knocking him down as much as possible with our own special 1, so that and just repeat it over and over again. Again, one eye open, so I cannot parry. So all I got to do here is bait his special 1, attack in, throw my special 1, and repeat the same process over and over again. And he slowly goes down. So again, not the craziest fight ever, but here we are still going to try and throw on, just keep throwing on, getting power stings, get the poison on, the taunt with the special 1. And you can see some nice chunky power sting damage when it does. As long as he keeps throwing it, he keeps taking power sting damage. So even though we have a bunch of buffs on him and debuffs on him, and he is getting some healing, it's not too bad here at all. So again, just baiting those specials, letting the power stings do their work. Again, he's got like 13 power stings on him. And he just keeps refreshing them, so that's fine. He has that healing. We're trying to mitigate it a little bit with the withers and the poison, so it's not so bad at all. So I'm not really taking any damage at this point. He did get a little bit of incinerate on me, but because of the global attacker, each debuff that I have on the opponent reduces the damage that I am taking from anything. And I don't think I'm taking a single tick of incinerate damage here because I have so many debuffs on him. And that I should have paid more attention to for the upcoming Kindred fight, because I wouldn't have to worry so much about his degen because of all the debuffs on me. So I think that is the case. I'd have to rewatch this a little bit slower, but this is Stunning Reflection Brute Force. Very annoying fight. Someone already died to it. So I put a power start 1, and the reason I put a power start 1 is because there is no way on this node for me to gain power with Cassie. Absolutely nothing. I can't gain a single bit of power. All I got to do is hit him. On the damage I'm doing is pretty much going to be mostly just brute forcing it. No pun intended, because that node is here. And I'm going to shrink down, put some power stings on when he throws his special. That's what we need to do there. Unfortunately, I get the stupid, again, really stupid unintentional parry. I am trying to block, and it triggers the parry. So, and it probably at the end of the fight would have made possibly a difference at the end, but we'll see. But the damage I'm taking from like brute force and at this point the degens is not that crazy. Because I do have some withers up on him. I am trying to move back, but also I am trying to get some hits in because of brute force. So it's a little bit of a dance back and forth here against Kindred. We do get the striker on, which is going to allow us to get another full combo in. push him to a special 2, and then we can pause his charges there by countering his special. I'm not good at countering that special 1, but we get a nice little shrink down and put some power stings on him with the slow. And everything actually works out really, really well after this, where I'm getting the damage in, I'm baiting everything where I need it to. I'm actually able to, he gets to 50 charges for a second time. Right here, we don't get hit by the special 1, so all we got to do is back off. The damage we're taking is not that bad. It's only like 650 per tick, so we've got plenty of health here. Again, I'm throwing that hit in just to avoid the brute force damage timer. And then he's going to come in. I'm going to shrink down on purpose. Really nice. Get the power stings on. And now this end game of the fight is I need to push him to 5% and then drop a special. And it must have been me. I went for a 5-hit combo, and I think I froze, or maybe went to try and hit the special 1 because I was trying so hard not to hit it the entire fight. And right here, I tried to chain into it, but I must have missed the button because I was trying not to hit it the entire time, and I didn't chain it into the special 1, and I die. I bring in Hulkling, and he finishes off Kindred. So a second death this war, but it didn't really make a difference to us one way or the other. Also, I'm going to throw here at the end of this one, I did decide on my junior account to go for, I had enough 6-star shards to go for a 7-star from the Caps commissary store. I was nowhere close to even the 900 unit mark on this one. I played a ton, but this one, if you didn't spend anything, it was very difficult to get to that final milestone. But it's a 7-star nonetheless, and it is going to be the 3rd dupe for me from a 7-star on this account, and it's a dupe on Gamora, which is pretty solid. Gamora saw some amazing things with her earlier this year, so I think we could do some fun stuff with Gamora potentially. I think she hits pretty hard, so hopefully you guys had some good luck with your most recent 7-star pulls. Let me know in the comments down below, and hope you enjoyed the war video, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. We've got new content coming tomorrow, so that's always a fun day. See you in those videos tomorrow.